In this video, we go hands-on with the Vocolinc VH1 Mistflow Smart Humidifier. Far from your grandmother's humidifier, this thing works with HomeKit, and that means you can control it with Siri, you can control it with a home app, and if you're not an Apple user, it also works with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. Now, as you'll see in this video, HomeKit is actually not the best way to control this humidifier. It doesn't lend as much granular control over the experience. So we're going to talk about that as well. So we're unboxing it right now. Just unwrap it like that. And as you'll see in this overview and hands-on, this is a pretty simple, straightforward device. So let's take a look right now.
Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Mac. Be sure to thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and then enable notifications with the bell icon so you won't miss any upcoming videos.
So here is the Vocolinc VH1 Mistflow Smart Humidifier. That is a definite mouthful. Now, I've tried lots of Vocolinc products in the past. I am a big fan of their air purifier. I use that pretty much daily. So I kind of knew what to expect as far as build quality setup was concerned. And the build quality of this device is pretty nice. Of course, you have your water tank. It's a 2.5 liter water tank with an antibacterial layer. And inside you'll find the atomizer, which uses an ultrasonic diaphragm that rapidly vibrates to atomize water. And the result is a humidifier that emits a cool mist, which is very similar to like a dense fog. Now you'll also find an air outlet, water level sensor, and 3 pairs of LEDs inside. And on the outside of the unit, you'll find a little window for measuring the amount of water in the tank. So let's go ahead and add some water. Now I have very mineral rich hard water, which can create sort of a white dust, minerals on nearby surfaces, and that's okay. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything, but for me, in my particular water situation, I just thought it would be better to use bottled water, and that's what I've done. So now that I've filled the water tank, this is what you'll see. Super simple, super easy. So now it's just a matter of powering on the Vocolinc VH1. And as you'll see, it couldn't be easier. So on the front, you see 2 capacitive buttons. The bottom button is used to toggle the humidifier's mood lighting. So you can see that. Now you just tap it to turn it off, tap it to turn it on. Now if you tap and hold for about 5 or 6 seconds, it will move on to the next color, and those colors can be configured in the app. It takes a while to tap and hold on that, so it's a little bit cumbersome, so definitely not the ideal method for switching colors. Now the top button allows you to turn on the humidifier, so you just tap it once to switch into low mode, and you'll see some of that nice mist appear. And then if you tap it again, it switches into high mode, and you'll get more mist appear. And this is how it sounds. So it's not overly loud, but it's definitely audible in a small room for sure. Now let's talk about HomeKit Control, because that is one of the standout features of the Vocolinc VH1. And the Home app allows you to adjust the mood lighting, as you can see there. So you can adjust the intensity of the lighting. You can also quickly switch colors. And then if you tap the edit button, you're able to go in and select any color on the color palette, or switch over to temperature and select a specific color temperature. And as you make your changes, you'll see the mood lighting on the Vocolinc VH1 update immediately. Now, of course, you can also control the humidifier. So you just tap right here to turn it on, and you'll see a little bit of that cool mist appear. There we go. But unfortunately, controlling the humidifier via HomeKit doesn't give you the type of granular control that you get in the Vocolinc app. You're basically just on or off when controlling via HomeKit, whereas within the Vocolinc app, you get 5 different mist output volume levels. Now you can also separate the humidifier and mood lighting tiles within the Home app, and I actually recommend that because that allows you one tap control for each of those particular items. It's just simpler that way. Now let's talk about the Vocolinc app. So you can see broken up in 2 sections, mood lighting and humidifier. Mood lighting very similar to what you get within the Home app, and as you can see, a little bit more advanced control with the RGB sliders. But what really stands out in the Vocolinc app is the ability to enable effects for your mood lighting. So you'll see 3 different effects that you can enable. You can have flow, blink, and breathe. So flow, as you can see, will alternate between each of those colors in sort of a smooth transition between each color. And you can set the interval, you can set the brightness, you can adjust the colors, change out the colors if you want to do that. So I turned the interval way down so you can see it's quickly transitioning between those colors. Then you have blink, which is well, pretty much self-explanatory, as you can see there. Blinks between each color. And then you have breathe, which is more of that breathing effect, that inhaling and exhaling for those color transitions. And the app doesn't stop there. Of course, you have some other options for scheduling. So you can set up custom schedules if you want to do that. Pretty straightforward there. Now let's talk about the humidifier section. And this is what makes it interesting, because you can actually go in, set a target humidity. So if you want the humidifier to cut off after it hits 50% humidity, for instance, you can do that. And then you have the mist output volume. So you have 5 different levels of mist output, which provides a much more granular control structure when compared to, tapping the capacitive buttons on the front of the humidifier or when using the Home app. So the Vocolinc VH1 works within areas up to 430 square feet. Of course, it features that 2.5 liter water tank capacity, and it can run continuously for up to 30 hours. Now you can also control the Vocolinc via Siri, but you still have the same sort of limitations with the lack of granularity when controlling the output of the humidifier. In other words, in most cases, you'd be better off using the Vocolinc app, although you'll still want to take advantage of the Home app for setting up things like automations. Now, I've never been a big humidifier user, but if you live in an environment that's super arid and dry, then a humidifier may be able to help out with things like dry skin or irritated eyes or cracked lips, or even bloody noses can become an issue if you have a lack of humidity in the air. So that's what this can help do. And it really does work well within a small room. I noticed I had my door closed, I had this running for a little bit, and I came in, and yeah, it was immediately noticeable. The one thing though that I feel like was a missed opportunity is if Vocolinc could have somehow engineered this thing to emit a colored mist instead of just having the RGB lights below in the reservoir. If they can make the mist look like it was a different color, that would have been really, really cool. I'm actually going to be using this humidifier for effects within my videos. It's a great way to have that smoke effect in your videos. Just a kind of a side note there. So the Vocolinc VH1 is available for about $70. Let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comments section. Do you use a humidifier? Would you consider this one? Let me know down below. This is Jeff with 9to5Mac.